everyone, so in today's upload we are going to be testing out the top trendy TikTok food. We all know TikTok is literally the hub for almost everything, and there is such thing as food talk. I think the majority of people get these creative ideas from TikTok, and I just love that. A bunch of you suggested these particular recipes on my Instagram when I did ask on my stories, so I'm excited to try it out. The first recipe, which is breakfast, and maybe a couple more during the day, I've already tried out. This one for breakfast is the Weetabix cheesecake trend, and I was having a bit of a search and doing a bit of research, and for my Weetabix cheesecake today, I'm going to be making a Banoffee Weetabix cheesecake. So if you're not familiar with the trend, I guess this will be the first time almost you'll be seeing it, unless you've been seeing it on Instagram, which you probably have been because so many people have tried it. But essentially the base is going to be, in my recipe, some protein powder as well as some Weetabix. I know people just use Weetabix as the base and some milk, but I don't find that that makes the base thick enough. I will get some milk though, and then you just want to mix that all together until it becomes thick enough to place in the bowl for the base. So next I'm going to be adding the yogurt layer, which I have added some protein powder yet again, literally just 1 tablespoon. I'm not adding a whole scoop to each portion. And then some yogurt, of course. I use the soy yogurt if you want to make it vegan. We're going to place that on top, and then we're going to lick and go as we go. So I've decided on Banoffee flavour, and for the actual caramel I've mixed together some Biscoff, of course, with some syrup, and that essentially makes the Biscoff caramel for the Banoffee. Now it's time to decorate my Banoffee with some chopped up banana, a swirl of whipped cream, and some shaved chocolate. So like I say, there's so many different variations of this Weetabix cheesecake. I've made a Biscoff one before. I've made a tiramisu one before. Let me know if you've tried this recipe and which variation you've tried. Today we've gone with Banoffee, obviously. Loving the layers of these. That's why I love this recipe the most. It's just delicious, nutritious, and fabulous. That's really, really good. And you can see the like caramel oozing out from beneath the whipped cream. If you haven't yet tried this recipe, I would highly recommend it. This definitely is a TikTok winner. Right, so we're on to recipe number 2, which is going to be the custard toast trend. And much like the Weetabix cheesecake, which I thoroughly enjoyed for my breakfast, I have tried this recipe before in the form of a croissant actually, and just normal toast. But today I'm going to try out some sliced brioche, which I'm going to be using these vegan ones from Aldi. I'm going to switch mine up by making like a cinnamon swirl. So I'm going to use like minimal ingredients to make this delicious custard toast. Okay, so this is 1/2 of the brioche, and what you want to do, you literally want to make an indent. So that's my little well there, and what I've done, I've already prepped the yogurt mixture. I've made myself a little piping bag here, and I'm just going to create the swirl by making a little circle. And then essentially I'm going to pop that in the air fryer for just 2 to 5 minutes really, and it should be done. Okay, so she is looking absolutely fabulous. Look at the goldenness, look at the crispiness. Perfect. Okay, I gotta say, this is real good. It's definitely past my expectations. I love anything cinnamon, so I'm slightly biased. As for the filling, you could just use vegan custard as well if you didn't want to use the yogurt, I'm sure. But I think it makes the most perfect texture for the gooey inside, and then the crispiness of the cinnamon swirl. Next meal is going to be after my workout, and we're definitely trying something that I haven't tried before, so we're going to get a first taste test reaction. air fryer cooking away there as we are trying Hailey Bieber's pizza toast. So many requests on this, and I noticed that she used truffle in a lot of the recipe, which I coincidentally had bought truffle oil really recently, as well as receiving some like truffle vegan infused cheese. So this is going to be perfect because I love a bit of truffle. But whilst the mozzarella, although she used burrata, I don't think there's a vegan burrata just yet. Whilst that's cooking away, I'm gonna be creating my lunch dessert, which is gonna be the crispy rice cake trend. Although I'm gonna just do it my way, and instead of using marshmallows, I'm gonna use chocolate chips and coconut oil, as there are not many vegan friendly marshmallows which really mesh with the recipe. I've tried this recipe before, and every time I do it, it fails. So I'm gonna do Rice Krispies using quinoa pops, as I've got a load left over, as well as the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so Hailey Bieber toast is completo, and I never knew cheese on toast with some truffle would look so good. Like, this is onto a winner by here. Well done, Hailey. I haven't even tried it yet, and I know it's a winner. She's definitely on the crunchy side. The layering on that, as well as the homemade sourdough, if I do so myself, with the truffle and the vegan parmesan and the vegan mozzarella, this is going to be an incredible lunch. Highly recommend trying this recipe out. As for the quinoa pops, I haven't leaving them overnight to harden, because I've just made it in this video like 5 minutes ago, so they're not quite in their hardest form. However, I have been eating as I've been going because I've just finished my workout, like I say. All together, so far we've been banging out these recipes, and I can't wait to demolish my lunch and get ready for the next meal.
That is so good. 2 cloves garlic, 1 small shallot, juice of 2 lemons, chives, 1/4 cup olive oil, splash of rice vinegar, walnuts, cashews, basil, and spinach, nutritional yeast, and salt to taste.
Bruh.
Okay, so last meal of the day, we've got the green goddess salad, and for the life of me, I could not stand having raw cabbage in this salad, so we've gone with kale instead, that we substitute it. The other ingredients have stayed the same. Obviously, it does not look like much, but the actual dressing has a lot of contents in it. It's got the nuts, it's got the olive oil, it's got the basil, it's got all of those bits and pieces that make it its green goodness, I guess. And then I've just air fried some tortilla chips here, which I was definitely not going to have this salad alone. Definitely need some sort of carb sauce in there. And essentially I've seen people literally eat it like a dip almost. I've seen some people have it with like nacho chips, but I've made my own just using a tortilla bread. Do you know what? I wasn't expecting much from it, but that sauce, more power to it. I can definitely see myself adding this to a lot more things than just some kale and some cucumber. I'm actually quite impressed by that. That is really, really, really good. And then as for my dessert, I have got some baked oatmeal, the infamous baked oatmeal. We had to include it in this TikTok viral food day because it is just like #1. I'm sure pretty much everyone has made some sort of baked oats by now in their life, and if you haven't, what are you waiting for? But this particular recipe will actually be found on my actual TikTok, which it definitely isn't my finest piece of work, but I re-downloaded the app just for a bit of laughter, a bit of scrolling, and a bit of fun. Not something that I think I'm gonna work on so much, unfortunately. Instagram and YouTube is my thing. But overall today we've had a delicious day of food. Comment down below which viral food hack is your favorite. I know I made this video before, and the baked feta pasta I have been making several times, and it's just definitely a real good recipe. Yeah, would love to know your favorites. Thank you for sticking around. Give this video a big thumbs up if you did like it. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more from me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.